It is time.
Going to be listening to Gorillaz with Tame Impala and Booty Brown from their August 31st, 2022 release, New Gold.
How exciting.
Yeah, it's a cool mashup, right?
Bunch of talent.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they all like come in and like put their own...
Tame Impala and the Gorillaz together. That's wild.
Like how they put their own piece into it.
What do you think they had for lunch that day?
Oh,
Was that a big Xanax bar?
that is a
It
big
is a big
golden
giant
Xanax bar.
Xanax pill.
Exactly.
They had Xanax for lunch.
Ooh.
I'm one of a few, a whole lot of everything but nothing to do. To the inner Tesla, partner, ex-wrestler, he dates for Cheska, they on the Xannies. Liposuction, skills programming, she wants to say some add to her Vanny Girls trip, Miami at the end of the year.
I can clearly hear the Kevin Parker influence.
Me too.
Paul Revere, we all play a part in the devil's chair. Run to the hills cause the end is near.
It's crazy how they put them in like this.
Is this an official music video or is Xanax like...
Yeah, I think this is official. Officially Xanax.
Boys ready to mayor like Sean, he's a writer, took on a dare. Now he's singing like a birdie, pulling on his hair.
Oh, he's really good.
What is what some of us live for. Friendships giving out, fucking revolving door. All of this a joke. Polish or bullshit keeps coming. Maybe I'm a matador. What are we living for? Are we all losing our minds? Because life got in the way. They will be here just in time.
Okay with all this. I mean, Tame Impala and Gorillaz, I expect the big things.
All right, Tame Impala and the Gorillaz. Mike, what do you think?
So I think that this is like such a perfect mashup because I'm like, how is Kevin Parker going to fit into like what the Gorillaz does? And even when his parts come in, it just sounds so Tame Impala. It sounds like you took two different songs and like put them together at the same time, which I thought was like really, really interesting. So, and that's something that the Gorillaz like I think do really, really well is showcase other artists and their music and back up and give them a chance to kind of shine and like have their own brand in the Gorillaz brand, right?
Right.
And I also like the new disco French house type of feel and, you know, the playful bass going on. This one sounds like a banger. What do you think, Kai?
The time signature is very interesting because it's on the 6th that it's coming in. And I didn't notice it until the chorus came in.
It comes in at this weird time.
Yeah. That was really cool. And you usually don't hear that with like, I don't know, mainstream dance music. It's usually going to be 4 on the floor or something like that.
Right.
So it's just kind of, but I'm not surprised with Tame Impala and the Gorillaz because they're always coming out with something individually very, very unorthodox. So.
Yeah, I feel like when you drop this in your set, DJ Airwolf, if you were going to play them, it would come in at this like weird time that would kind of catch the audience like blindsided, but in a good way.
I can, when you drop it on the 6th, so I mean, you have to like make special notes.
Right.
To make sure. Because otherwise there comes a big loud clap later on that nobody likes. Yeah.
That's interesting.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So what do you think so far about this? What does it make you think about?
Well, it sounded like we were just about to hear Dave and Albert start singing. So honestly, I would not have picked up on too much of the Gorillaz vibes up to that point. But then his voice seemed like it was starting in. It really just sounded like a Tame Impala song. So I'll be excited to hear as we visit with the Gorillaz.
Well put. This is dope.
You know what this makes me realize is I would just because this Tame is so good with this Tame Impala is I would like to hear a Gorillaz Phoenix mashup.
Oh yeah, me
That would be
too.
cool.
Thomas Pablo Croquet, I think's his name, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing that I was thinking about DJ Airwolf when you mentioned that when you listen to this, it sounds like a Tame Impala song. And it's because his style is like so distinct that like right when you put him in anything, he's like taking over whatever's going on. Right.
Yeah.
But I liked what, I'm sorry, I forgot who said it, but I like what you said that the Gorillaz are such a collective. I mean, while still being under Damon Albarn, they have worked with countless artists and give them that chance to shine in that universe that they've made. So I think it all came together well. And shout out to Booty Brown from the Far Side. I just saw the Far Side for the first time in concert ever a few weeks ago.
Wow.
At
nice.
Vinyl in Atlanta, and they were fucking awesome.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, took me a while to do that.
I've
That's
always
cool.
really liked the
Yeah,
Far
yeah.
Side. They're really fun.
I've never checked them out.
We should listen to some here.
Yeah.
Some Booty Brown.
Yeah, and one thing also that it kind of reminds me of Wolfpack, where it's like they're kind of like a minimalist funk band backing group, and like what they do is like feature singers like Antoine Stanley or like different musicians, and like it's like that, you know. And I feel like the Gorillaz is kind of that thing where they have this like whole brand and they envelop other artists like in this brand together to make like whatever the hell it's going to be. Just like the same thing as Wolfpack does when, you know, they have an artist, they like kind of envelop it in like that Wolfpack universe, you know, and then also give that artist time to shine as well. And I really appreciate a band that can do that.
Well, how much fun would that be, though? You know, like to be a band that always has some guest artists in and,
Right.
and
Your music's
feature them on
always
the album.
different and new,
always
yeah.
different. They're bringing in fresh perspectives. It probably helps you as a musician. Like, oh, what can we do? And we're going to bring the guy in from Tame Impala. We're going to bring this person in, that person in, and it'd probably be a lot of fun to feature different musicians in your music.
I think that there's merits to both. Go on.
I think when Damon Albarn called you, you answered the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, I think that there is merits to switching people out, but then also there's merits to like keeping the same people,
Yeah.
like Fish, right? It's like the same guys the whole time. There was never like another guy that sat in or like left or like took a break or like whatever, right? And so I think that's because like you either fall in love with like the individuals that's in there, or you fall in love with like the idea and the promise that the brand is delivering, and that doesn't have to like, you know, be with someone in particular or maybe like a singer or whatever. And I think it's interesting like both directions that people go in. But
yeah.
it's definitely a lot harder to keep like the same people like on the same track and in the same band and all that stuff. So, which I think makes it just that much more interesting.
It's hard out there on the road.
Yeah, and
Oh,
this
yeah,
getting
for
people to
sure.
get along, you know. I mean, I've always been in a band that's 3 people, and we had a guy that was in this band called Funk You, and they're like 9 people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you even like deal with it? Like, how do you write? How do you like keep egos in check? You know, like the logistics, it seems so
Scheduling.
right. Getting everyone together, it's like fucking nuts.